The Age of Guptas. In 4th century AD, the Guptas from Magadha established a large kingdom in northern India. The Gupta period is called the classical age of ancient India. The Guptas were wealthy landowners who became powerful under Chandragupta I. His son Samudragupta made it more powerful by conquering present Delhi and western Uttar Pradesh. He is also known as Vikramaditya. Chandragupta II defeated the Shakas, Valhikas and enemies from Vanga. His empire included most of north and northwestern India. This resulted in trade with Mediterranean. He also was a patron of arts and culture and had in his court the famous Kalidasa and Amarasimha. The continued attacks of Huns weakened the empire. Gupta administration. The whole empire was divided into Bhuktis, further divided into Vishwas. Office of the district head was called Adhikarana, supervised the Nagarashreshthi, that is head of city merchants, Sarthavaha, that is caravan leader, Prathama Kuliya, that is head of artisan community, and Prathama Kayastha, that is head of the Kayastha. The lowest unit of administration was the village under Grampati. The village disputes were settled by the village elders. Land was given free of tax to priests and temples along with complete autonomy. This system, known as Agrahara, introduced feudalism and oppression of peasants in India. Revenue administration. 1/6 of the produce was land revenue. The king had a right to impose forced labor, and the income from royal lands and forests was considered his personal income. Trade in towns. The export of spices, sandalwood, precious stones, perfumes and indigo continued as before in exchange of Chinese silk, ivory from Ethiopia and horses from Middle East. Society. Standard of living was high in towns, although there was untouchability in poverty. In villages outside the towns, the position of Shudras improved. They were allowed to listen to ancient epics, worship Lord Krishna, and also farm instead of being just slaves. But there was decline of Buddhist towns. There was also a decline of status of women due to their prohibition of education and property, practice of sati and early marriages. Celibacy was to be strictly observed by widows. Assimilation of tribes and foreigners through the land grant system modified the traditional caste system. Many more castes were introduced, which also led to introduction of more rigidity. The tribes and impoverished craftsmen due to decline in trade became the Shudras. Practice of untouchability increased during this period. The Guptas continued to rule till about 550 AD, but their power had waned before that. The Guptas granted lot of autonomy to the conquered regions. The weakness of the subsequent Gupta rulers was taken advantage by the local chiefs, which led to the breakdown of the empire.